What if the next crisis doesn't catch you off guard because your systems were built to expect it? Resilience isn't about bouncing back. It's about designing organizations, supply chains, and communities that bend without breaking and even grow stronger under stress. The old playbook: optimize for efficiency. One factory, one supplier, just-in-time inventory. One breach, one storm, one geopolitical shock, and the whole system seizes. Today's leaders optimize for adaptive capacity. Schneider Electric now runs digital twins of its global supply chain, simulating floods, port strikes, or chip shortages, and auto-reconfigures logistics before disruption hits. In agriculture, resilience looks like AI-powered crop diversification engines, analyzing soil, climate, and market data to recommend not just what to plant, but how to layer crops, cover species, and pollinator habitats to buffer against drought and price swings. One Midwest co-op cut yield volatility by 34%, not by chasing peak output, but by designing for variability. At the community level, Tulsa's flood response AI doesn't just predict rising waters. It cross-references vulnerable populations, generator locations, and real-time traffic, then prepositions aid and reroutes evacuation routes dynamically. Resilience isn't reactive. It's anticipatory infrastructure. The key shift? From robustness to graceful degradation. When part fails, the rest adapts. A hospital's AI triage doesn't shut down during surge. It simplifies workflows, prioritizes critical cases, and alerts neighboring facilities, like an immune system responding to infection. But technology alone isn't enough. Resilience lives in relationships, redundant suppliers who share data, cross-trained teams, community trust built before disaster strikes. True innovation for resilience isn't flashy. It's quiet, distributed, and designed to thrive, not just survive, in uncertainty. If you're building systems meant to last in a volatile world, hit subscribe, like, and share this video. Tap the bell icon for our latest on Innovation AI, where we explore not just what breaks, but how to build unbreakable value. Because the future won't reward the strongest. It'll reward the most adaptable.
What if the next unicorn isn't built by a Stanford dropout in a garage, but by a teacher in Tulsa using AI to launch a national tutoring platform in 11 days? That's not fantasy. It's happening. AI isn't just a tool for entrepreneurs. It's rewriting the rules of starting up. It's collapsing time, cost, and expertise barriers that held back generations. The old startup stack: raise capital, hire talent, build product, find customers. The new AI native stack: define outcome, train agent, validate, scale. One solo founder used Llama 3, VoiceFlow, and Stripe to launch a HIPAA-compliant mental health triage bot with $4,200 and 0 engineers. This bot handled intake, insurance checks, and clinician matching. She's now serving 12,000 users. This isn't about replacing founders. It's about democratizing leverage. AI handles the heavy lifting. Legal docs via Harvey, customer support via custom agents, code via Devon-like tools, even pitch decks trained on YC data.
That frees founders to do what only humans can: build trust, navigate ambiguity, and sense unmet needs.
But the biggest shift is in risk profile. Pre-AI, failure meant burning $500,000 in 18 months. Now, you can test a full business model, product, ops, GTM, in weeks for under $10,000. That turns entrepreneurship from a high-stakes gamble into a learnable discipline. Yet a new gap emerges. Not access to tools, but judgment. Anyone can generate 100 landing pages. The winner is the one who knows which metric matters and when to pivot. The premium shifts to strategic thinking, ethical design, and community building. The future belongs not to those with the best model, but to those who ask the best questions. If you're building, dreaming, or rethinking what's possible, hit subscribe, like, and share this video. Tap the bell icon for our latest on Innovation AI, where we spotlight not just what AI can do, but how to wield it with purpose. Because the next wave of entrepreneurship won't be louder. It'll be wiser and built by people who finally get a fair shot.
What if the AI future isn't one godlike superintelligence, but thousands of specialized intelligences working together like an ecosystem? The singularity, a single AI surpassing all human thought, was always a myth. The real shift is toward multiplicity, a world where AI isn't monolithic but modular, contextual, and co-evolving with humans. We're already living it. Your phone uses one lightweight model for voice commands, another for photo enhancement, a third for predictive text, each optimized for speed, privacy, or accuracy. In hospitals, separate AIs handle imaging, genomics, and clinical notes, then collaborate via a reasoning layer to suggest diagnoses. No single model knows all. They specialize and sync. This is safer, fairer, and more scalable. A monolithic AI inherits all biases in its training data. A multiplicity approach lets us audit each module, swap out flawed components, and embed domain ethics. Multiplicity also democratizes innovation. Startups don't need to train trillion-parameter models. They can build niche agents and plug into larger ecosystems via open standards. The future isn't AI replacing humans. It's humans orchestrating intelligences, each brilliant in its lane. Because the most powerful intelligence won't be singular. It'll be symphonic.
What if your company's biggest risk isn't disruption from startups, but innovation theater? Hackathons with no follow-through, labs that never ship, and AI pilots stuck in PowerPoint. Real corporate innovation isn't about just ideas. It's about embedding adaptability into operations, so advantage compounds, not evaporates. The winners treat innovation like oxygen, invisible, essential, and system-wide. This means integrating it into every aspect of the business. At Maersk, frontline logistics teams use AI co-pilots that suggest route optimizations. When a suggestion saves fuel, the team earns a share of the savings, making innovation an incentivized behavior. UnitedHealth clinicians co-design AI tools in production, not in sandboxes. For instance, a nurse flags a false alarm in sepsis detection, and engineers refine the model overnight. The updated model then deploys in just 48 hours. This demonstrates that speed isn't tech-driven. It's culture-engineered, fostering a rapid response to real-world needs. The critical shift is from output to optionality. Instead of betting $50 million on one product, companies like Autodesk run 200 micro-experiments monthly. These are low-cost, high-learning bets on workflows, pricing, and partnerships. The goal isn't to fail fast, but to learn fast, then scale ruthlessly. Data is the new R&D, but only if it flows. Shell broke down silos by creating an internal innovation API, allowing any team to tap real-time drilling, logistics, and customer data. This access comes with clear ethics guardrails. As a result, a maintenance team built an AI that predicts pump failures 11 days early, using supply chain data no engineer had ever seen. Yet the hardest part isn't the technology. It's the tolerance for tension, protecting new models while optimizing the core business. Netflix exemplified this by running its DVD and streaming services in parallel for 7 years, not as a bridge, but as dual engines driving growth. Sustainable advantage doesn't come from one breakthrough. It comes from building an organization that never stops breaking its own rules. If you're leading, building, or rethinking how value is created in the AI era, hit subscribe, like, and share this video. Tap the bell icon for our latest on Innovation AI, where we spotlight systems that scale, not just sparks that fade. Because the future belongs not to the biggest company, but to the one that learns fastest.
What if the next breach doesn't shut you down because your systems were built to keep running while under attack? 2025 isn't the year of perfect prevention. It's the year organizations stop asking, how do we stop hackers, and start asking, how do we survive them and win? The shift is clear, from defense to resilience. Legacy security stacked firewalls and hoped. Modern resilience assumes breach is inevitable, then designs for continuity. JPMorgan now runs live fire drills where red teams fully compromise non-critical systems, while core transactions keep flowing, routed through isolated air-gap backup channels. Downtime? Near zero. AI is the force multiplier. Darktrace's autonomous response doesn't just alert, it contains threats in seconds, quarantining devices, rolling keys, rerouting traffic, all before a human wakes up. Meanwhile, AI-powered deception grids flood attackers with fake data,
wasting their time and revealing tactics. But the real breakthrough is architectural. Zero Trust evolved into continuous verification. Every request, even from inside the network, is scored in real time by AI analyzing behavior, device health, and context. One hospital chain cut ransomware impact by 92%, not by blocking more attacks, but by ensuring EHR access never stopped, even as malware spread elsewhere. Equally vital, human resilience. Mandiant reports 73% of breaches start with social engineering. The fix? AI coaches that simulate phishing in real workflows, not annual quizzes, and reward teams for spotting fakes. Security becomes muscle memory. This isn't about being unhackable, it's about being unstoppable. If you're building, leading, or protecting in the age of AI-powered threats, hit subscribe, like, and share this video. Tap the bell icon for our latest on innovation AI, where we focus not on fear but on fortitude, because in 2025, the strongest systems won't be the ones that never fail. They'll be the ones that never stop serving.